Aloha. Welcome to TMDR, the Maui Daily Report for Monday, May 5th, 2025. It's Cinco de Mayo. I'm Chivo Cheng Johnson. These are some of the stories that may interest you today. 4 people were involved in a head-on collision on Hana Highway at Sprecklesville Friday afternoon at 3:43 p.m. A GMC Sierra truck attempting to pass other cars collided with a Nissan Altima. 4 people were transported to the hospital with major injuries, including the driver of the truck and 3 elderly occupants of the Nissan. Speed is thought to be a factor. It was one of at least 3 serious traffic accidents last week. With more holidays on the way, please slow down and drive carefully. Order in the courtroom. Here come the judges. 8 to be exact. That's how many family and circuit court judges were just confirmed by the Hawaii State Senate. Karen T. Nakasone was chosen as Chief Judge of the Intermediate Court of Appeals, Hawaii's second highest court, and Sonia H. Toma was confirmed as a District Family Court Judge on Maui. They are calling it the first anything in the burn zone since the fire. It was an MIL surfing championship contest, and it happened Saturday in Lahaina Harbor. 77 high school girls and boys from 12 schools competed, and more than 300 spectators witnessed the event from a spot near where the Lahaina Library once stood. Maui Prep Junior Sloan Jucker won the girls' final, and Angel Jardine, a junior at Maui Christian Academy, won the boys' title. It will be at least 2 years before the Lahaina Harbor opens up again, and the county is reminding residents to attend or tune in to the Lahaina Community Meeting at Lahaina Intermediate School at 5:30 p.m. this Wednesday, May 7th. Topics include current Army Corps operations, debris transport to Central Maui, Genesis, an evacuation app with hazard mitigation planning by MEMA. The meeting airs live on Maui County Facebook and Akaku Channel 53. Northern Trust and Hawaii Community Lending have announced a landmark $10 million investment in the Kupa'ahale loan program. The program offers zero-down mortgages to Native Hawaiians on Hawaiian homelands. The loan is available statewide to support Native Hawaiian home ownership. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. And now you can put a box or can of non-perishable food out by your mailbox on Saturday, and the U.S. Postal Service letter carriers will pick that up as well as your letters. It's all part of the annual Stamp Out Hunger Drive, where all food and donations will stay on Maui and go to the Maui Food Bank. Governor Green is selling it as a green tax and a win for Hawaii. No matter what you call it, it is still a tax. The legislature just raised the Transient Accommodation Tax, or TAT, from 10.25% to 11% to help pay for disasters or damage resulting from climate change. Additionally, counties have tacked on 3% more on top of raised room rates. That extra money is expected to bring in a combined $100 million annually. A number of major bills failed at the sausage factory, otherwise known as our state legislature. Bills that didn't make the cut include a wealth tax, vacant home tax, exempting groceries from general excise tax, online gambling, film industry credits, and a bill that would increase penalties for bribery. The legislature also killed a bill that would make it illegal to kill an io, or Hawaiian hawk. Lawmakers raised taxes on cigarettes, increased motor vehicle registration fees, and phased out income tax credits. A team from the Office of Hawaiian Affairs is heading home from Northern Ireland with sacred objects. In 1840, an Irish grave robber from Belfast removed iwi kupuna from ancestral burial caves and donated them to the Belfast Natural History and Philosophical Society. Eventually, they ended up in museums. Finally, years after the discovery, the iwi kupuna have been returned. And according to OHA, it's about restoring dignity, healing generations, and reaffirming the living spirit of our ancestors. Hawaii Marines are playing games in the Philippines, war games, testing weapons for a hypothetical conflict with China. Maneuvers include deploying anti-ship missile systems and a focus on island and coastal fighting. The Chinese military is playing war games of their own nearby, and the situation around the Philippine waters remains tense. Maui County is asking for greater flexibility in how it's allowed to spend $1.6 billion in federal recovery money to rebuild Lahaina. The cost to rebuild thousands of destroyed homes, roads, and infrastructure could top $7 billion by some estimates. The grant from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development is still a significant amount of money. The county may be ready to start accepting applications from those eligible as soon as this summer. Federal regulators have 45 days to approve the county's action plan. And as Lahaina begins to rebuild, residents and visitors of the beloved historic town are asking whether it will retain its historic character. Tomorrow, the Maui County Urban Design Review Board will be taking a look at residential design standards for the Lahaina National Historic Landmark District. The board will then pass forward its recommendations to the Planning Department. Students from Lahaina Luna High's Hawaiian Language Immersion School recently spent a day learning about an important watershed in West Maui, Pu'ukukui, and how to properly care for plants and native species. DLNR said the student volunteers began the day with protocols, a pule, pulling weeds and invasives from the ground, and digging holes to replace them with native plants like koa trees and a'ali'i. Former Maui County Council candidate Aja Ira recently wowed a panel of judges with her dish called Roasted Harvest Potatoki Poki. Ira won the grand prize at the Anything But Ia Poke recipe contest put on by the Maui Visitors Bureau. The Baldwin High School softball team is heading to Division I state tournament on Oahu this week. Their roster features 7 standout seniors, including UH-bound infielders Bailey Nagasako and Brianna Mayo Silva. It's the first time 2 players from the same MIL class signed with the UH Rainbow Warriors. The other 5 seniors also plan to play college softball at schools in Oregon, Washington, and Arizona. The team showcases one of the strongest senior classes in school history. Congratulations. And up next, since it's Cinco de Mayo, let's visit Mexico with Austin and Gianna. And then Steve Barber of The Beer Show will teach us how to make a special Cinco de Mayo libation.
Aloha and welcome back to Maui Travels. Good morning, it is day 5. Today is really exciting. We're in Puerto Vallarta and we're going on an RZR adventure through the jungle. So we're riding razors through the jungle. We're gonna stop at a river, we're gonna go to Derulo Point, and on this super cool glass platform where you can see the jungle below us. We were heading to the buffet for breakfast and we saw that we're right next to the carnival.
We got off the boat and got into a bus. We drove into the mountains surrounding Puerto Vallarta. It's part of the Sierra Madre Occidental mountain range.
But in the rainy season, the river comes all the way out through the road. So all these main streets get flood water.
So we started going into the mountain range. We were passing the town of Colonia Paso del Molino. Running through the town is the Kauai River. For our excursion, we took the Canopy River Park Razor driving tour. I volunteered to drive. We went around cascading roads up into the mountains.
Beautiful. Wow.
We went across a suspension bridge.
Yeah, I got it all.
Then we walked up to the glass platform.
Wow. Go to the suspension.
Rio Point.
So cool. We made a stop at the river. Taking a quick refreshing dip in the river and then we're getting back on the razors.
Awesome. That way you can give us a good recommendation to everybody around. Okay, my friends? So if you didn't like it, really easy. Don't tell nobody. We have tequila tasting for everybody. My friend Mario, he have like 6, 7 different ones. You're allowed to try all of them. Who cares if you get drunk today?
We then went to the restaurant and saw this animal. And it's called a coatis, or referred to as the Mexican raccoon, or curamundi. I then got a Mexican Coca-Cola, and Mexico still produces Coke the way that it used to do 40 years ago. So it's basically the classic cola taste.
Tequila does come from 100% blue agave pack. That's what Latimadores come with. Hello guys, cheers, that's what I'm family. As soon as it says we breathe it in and we breathe it out.
We hopped back on the ship, and that was the last excursion of our trip. Now we are leaving behind Puerto Vallarta and sailing back to Los Angeles.
Aloha and happy Cinco de Mayo to you. I'm Steve B. from The Beer Show, and tonight I thought it might be fun to take you guys through a very popular drink on this day, and that is the Corona Rita. It's pretty simple, really. It's a Corona tipped upside down into a margarita. So what you do is, I like to put salt on the rim first off, so I can take a lime and just kind of wet the rim, hit the salt a little bit. Not much to it really, as like it sounds. It's a beer tipped upside down inside a margarita. There's our salted rim glass, and then we're going to put some ice in there. Ooh, I don't know. I've never made one of these before, so this is all new to me as well. So you need the margarita mix. I'm sure you guys know how to make your own margarita. I cheated tonight, bought a little ready-made stuff in the essence of time. But if you do want to make your own, of course, it's tequila, it's lime juice, it's triple sec, and some salt, and then there it is. But the key really is the mini Corona. So with the mini Corona, and I want to mahalo Amigos for helping me find these, and here's the deal. I've never done this before, but I'm looking forward to it. Wow. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And then for a garnish, you just want to do a little lime action next to that. And of course, to drink it, you'll need your couple of straws. And these are these are bendy straws, so it's even better. You know, so you could share with at least a couple of friends. And I can't wait. Wow. You know what? That's actually pretty good. That is very good. I have to say that. I don't know why. It's just the fizziness of the beer with the margarita. It makes it fantastic. So, happy Cinco de Mayo. Aloha.
And that's it for today's Maui Daily Report. Oh, that looks powerful. Mahalo for joining us, and please keep watching Akaku channels 53, 54, and 55. You can watch Akaku at akaku.org or on your phone 24/7 with our app Maui Stream. Or if you're in your car, you can hear TMDR on KAKU FM 88.5 from 7 to 8 p.m. This is how we stay connected. I'm Chivo Ching Johnson. Have an enjoyable Monday night. Be happy, stay healthy, stay alive. Please don't drink and drive. And then you can keep smiling. Aloha.
Go.